Okay, what I'm going to do is demonstrate the creation of a bar graph, a simple bar graph based on categorical variables. Here's the Melbourne Cup winners dataset, which is available to you, which has the age and winning time of the first 20 winners and the most recent 20 winners of the Melbourne Cup. Column A, we have the year of their victory, column B, their age, and column C, the time they won in seconds. So what I first want to do, as per the notes, is get the number of winners in each age class. So I'm going to base my bar graph on their age, and just using a quick scan of the data, I can see that the youngest horse was 3 and the oldest was 8. So I'm going to use those as my variables. I'll put the age there, and I'll put count in this column. If I didn't want to just scan it with my eyes, I could do equals min bracket, select the range, close bracket, and that will give me the youngest horse, and then I could get the oldest one by going equals max, selecting the cells, and there the oldest one is 8. Now we use the count if function, so it's asking Excel count the number of the occurrence of a particular value in cells that we select. So equals count if bracket, we select the cells that we want to search for a particular value, comma, quotation mark, equals 3, quotation mark, bracket, press enter, and there we go. It's told us that there were 6 winners in the first 20 years of the Melbourne Cup who were 3 years of age. Now we can do the same for 4, equals count if, select the range, and this time it'll be a little bit trickier. Instead of going quotation mark equals 4 in quotation mark, I'm just going to select the 4 there, and I'm going to say, alright, look for whatever is in that cell F4. How many times does the value in F4 occur between B2 and B21? 3 times. Now I'm going to be particularly tricky and get, instead of typing in that formula each time, I'm just going to fill in the remaining cells very quickly by doing this dragging here. So what we do is we select the bottom right hand corner. You see how the cursor changes from that large white cross to a little black cross? Hold down the mouse button and then we can drag it down. That will auto-fill. But before we do that, we have to know that when we auto-fill, not only does the formula get pasted down, it gets changed sequentially. So let me just show you this. If I go down one, it said, okay, there's 5 horses. There's 4 horses age of 5 who won the Melbourne Cup in that time. But if we look at the formula, you can see here we selected the array B2 to B21. Here it's dropped it down to B3, B22, so it's automatically dropped them all by 1. The F4 has moved to F5, and that's fine because we want to look for age of 5, so we're happy with that, but we're not happy with the other ones changing. So what we do is we say to Excel, don't automatically change these first 2. And what I do is I put $signs in front of the numbers, and that tells Excel to lock those numbers in and not change them. Now, when I drag it down, but it's still B2 and B21, and only this number here has changed, and that's what we wanted it to change, because now we're looking for age 5. So I can just simply drag that all the way down, and it's giving me the counts for each of the winners of that particular age. Now I highlight these 2 columns, highlight the first column, then hold Control, highlight the next column, go Insert Column, and it's giving me the wrong bar chart. What I'll do instead is go Insert Column, right click. Alright, so I've got Insert Bar Chart, and what it's given me is not just the counts of the ages, but also these bars which just have the counts of the age, and that's not of interest to us. We want the ages to be down here on the x-axis and the counts to be on the y-axis. These having the bars of the age means nothing to us. It's silly. So what we do is we right click on the graph and go select data. Then we go chart data range up the top here, and we just want to use these ones here. That looks a bit better. But now on the x-axis we don't have the ages, we've just got counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we go here, horizontal category axis labels, go edit. Select the ranges we want. Click OK, and there we go. Now we have the correct x-axis labels, age 3, age 4, age 5 through to age 8. Now that we need to label this graph, first of all it's just giving us this series 1 label for these bars, but what they're actually showing us is the count of the ages. So we go select data, legend equals count. And now we have a little legend and it's saying any bar in blue represents a count. Now we can change the titles. First of all, we'll change the chart title. So we'll put chart name above and we'll go number of winners of each age class. It's a terrible title, but we've put one in. Select the graph again, go to layout, axis titles, primary horizontal axis, title below the axis. Here we'll just put age in years. Then we go axis titles, vertical axis, so the y-axis, rotated title, and I'll just put count. So now I have a very simple graph which has its axes labeled, it has a legend, and it has the correct bars in there showing the number of each age class that's won the Melbourne Cup.